We are going to look at cat vessels now. Cats and humans have basically the same vessels, and it's really beneficial to look at them on the cat because we obviously can't look at them on the human. What I'm going to do is we'll do this in two separate videos. We'll do arteries and then we'll do veins. Remember how this works. You've been studying your human circulatory pathways, so the names of these vessels and the blood flow should sound familiar to you. Remember, everything starts at the heart. When the heart contracts, oxygenated blood goes from the left ventricle of the heart all throughout your body. And that's what we're going to look at first, are these arteries. So, coming out of the heart, what we're going to see is this curved structure. This is the arch of the aorta. Directly coming out of the heart is the ascending aorta that goes into the arch of the aorta. Look, there's two vessels that come off of the arch of the aorta. This one on the anatomical left is the left subclavian artery. Left subclavian artery comes directly off the arch of the aorta. It goes up and over, and in the armpit area, it is called the axillary artery. What does axial mean? It means, axillary means armpit. So look how I have it rested there. So look, same long vessel. Here it's the left subclavian. Here at the armpit, it's the left axillary artery. Farther down in the arm, again, same vessel, but farther down in the arm, it's called the left brachial artery. Why? Because brachial means arm. So, left subclavian artery becomes left axillary artery, becomes left brachial artery. Now, the second vessel that comes out of the arch of the aorta, this is called the brachiocephalic artery. Brachiocephalic artery. I'm going to take this vein and move it so we can see better. Look how the brachiocephalic artery is going to divide off into three different vessels. Kind of looks like a chicken foot in here. You've got these two. These two are the common carotid arteries. Here's the left common carotid artery. Look how they lie on either side of the trachea. The middle one is the right common carotid artery. And then this third vessel here is the right subclavian artery. Right subclavian artery becomes the right axillary artery here at the armpit, which becomes the right brachial artery farther down in the arm. So on this side, we saw left subclavian artery coming directly off the arch of the aorta, becoming the left axillary artery, becoming the left brachial artery. On the right side, it goes through the brachiocephalic first. Brachiocephalic artery branches off to left common carotid artery, right common carotid artery, right subclavian artery, which becomes right axillary artery, and right brachial artery. Okay, now let's follow this arch of the aorta down into the thoracic cavity. Look what happens here. Arch of the aorta keeps on arching, and it goes down the thoracic cavity. Looks like a big candy cane here. Here, it's called the thoracic aorta. Look at that. Look how big it is. And look at this. Big, long vessel goes all the way down. All the way down. Thoracic aorta here. But down here, it's called the abdominal aorta. Why is that? Well, here's the diaphragm muscle. And if you've watched the organ video, I told you the diaphragm muscle is going to divide your thoracic cavity from your abdominal cavity. So, if this big long vessel is superior to the diaphragm, it's the thoracic aorta. If it's inferior to the diaphragm, it's the abdominal aorta. There are some vessels in between that branch off of that, and we want to look at those now. Here, here's one branch, a second branch, a third branch, and then way down here there's a fourth branch. This top one is called the celiac artery. Celiac artery, celiac trunk. Why do they call it that? Because it looks like the trunk of a tree. See that celiac trunk branches off, goes to the liver, it's called the hepatic artery. Goes to the stomach, it's called the left gastric artery. Goes to the spleen, it's called the splenic artery. We're not going to worry about those because they're too hard to see. Just know the celiac artery, okay? Okay. Now, this big branch is called the superior mesenteric artery. That's going to go to the upper intestines, and that's going to feed the intestines with their blood supply. This branch is going to go to the kidney here. This is the left renal artery. See, that's going right to the kidney. That's what renal means, kidney. Follow the abdominal aorta down. Oh, another branch here. This one is called the inferior mesenteric artery. That's going to the colon. to supply the colon with blood supply. All right, now we're going to get down here. We're going to reach a fork in the road. See how that abdominal artery branches off? It goes down the left leg, then it goes down the right leg. These first two divisions here on the right and on the left, those are called the left external iliac arteries. Left external iliac artery, right external iliac artery. Now you've got this little one here, it's broken, but that would be the left internal iliac artery. And this is the right internal iliac artery. Look at the pictures in your lab manual. You can see them really well. So left external iliac artery is now going to become the left femoral artery, the farther down the leg you go. Same thing with the right external iliac artery. That'll become the right femoral artery.